Farm Bureau again for hosting this great event. My name is Jamus Redd. I'm District Judge in the 1st District of the 56th Judicial District. It's a district that covers Livingston County, Caldwell County, Lyon County, and Trigg County. And I'm most happy to be here because this is the only event I ever get invited to anymore to speak when there's a candidates forum. I suppose there's a good side to that, and that I don't have opposition. My wife tells me if I behave at home, she might vote for me, and if I get that one vote, I plan on being sworn in November. It's amazing. It's amazing how quickly you go from being the young Turk to the old man. When I was sworn in some 12 years ago for the first time, I shared a desk with our circuit judge at the time, Judge Bill Cunningham, and our other district judge, Judge Joe Clark. We had one courtroom in the beautiful old Livingston County courthouse. In fact, I was the last judge to hold court in the Livingston County courthouse. At the time, we still believed that it was the longest continually used courthouse in this part of the country. One part that I really miss is that often I would begin court by going up the stairs to court, and there would be many litigants waiting court, and I would learn a lot about the cases as I traveled those stairs. Those days are gone. We now have lots of good courtroom security, as you all know, when you go to get your driver's licenses. The times have really changed in the court system, and so in January, when I'm sworn in, I will be the longest serving judge or prosecutor in our circuit. So all of a sudden, my daddy graduated in the last class of Kentucky Military Institute with Senator Dorsey Goodley, and I know I make him feel old as well. I've often said that I love Livingston County, its people, its history, its geography. And those of you who know me best know that I often say it's my favorite place to hold court. Often I will ascend the hill behind the Justice Center to the beautiful Smithland Cemetery, spend some time there recoupering and trying to de-stress. Some say I'm trying to get better cell service. But it's a beautiful place if you've ever been there, the Smithland Cemetery. It's over 200 years old. The history of this, it just comes alive as you walk around. There's these beautiful tombstones, and there's a great sense of peace there. And oftentimes, the last place I'll be before I go back to work is before a tombstone for a gentleman named, a man from Livingston County, First Lieutenant Morris Presnell Dunn, gave his life in Korea on June 15, 1973, just a month before his 25th birthday, United States Air Force. And on his tombstone it says this, some beautiful words. I don't know who wrote them or if a poet wrote them, but I can't imagine anything being more beautiful. It says this, he stands in the unbroken line of patriots who dared to die that freedom might live and grow and increase its blessings. Freedom lives, and through it, he lives in a way that humbles the undertaking of most men. And after that, I'd send that hill back down to go to the courtroom where I am blessed to implement and enforce those rights that First Lieutenant Dunn gave his life for. I want to thank you for the privilege of letting me serve as your district judge.
And now let's welcome Miss Natalie White.
Good afternoon. My name is Natalie White, and I am running for Division 2 of District Judge. And good thing I'm not running against Judge Redd, because that would be a difficult race, so it's not one that I'm undertaking. I'm going for Division 2. And I'm so excited to be here in Livingston County because I feel like, even though I was raised in Crittenden County, I feel such a strong connection to Livingston County. My grandmother was born in Tyleen, and she moved to Pinckneyville. Not when I say Pinckneyville, people are like, where? Well, if you're from here, you know that. And I just feel a connection with her, and we always would come in the summer. And then my mom is sitting here. She was Cynthia Barnes. She graduated from Livingston Central a while back. I won't say how many years. And then she has a brother, Philip Barnes, and he lives in Salem, and we go there every Mother's Day and other events. And then my other aunt, I have three other aunts, Janet McLeod, she lives in Paradise Road in Grand Rivers, and my Aunt Pam and Ty Harder live in Burma. And I just feel a strong connection to Livingston County. I've been in a lot of the roads, actually learned to drive on Back Road, Kitchens Road, outside of Salem. So I feel at home here, even though I'm not from here. Like I said, I was raised in Crittenden County and grew up there, and then went to Western Kentucky University for my undergraduate, and had a degree in broadcast journalism. And then after that, I worked at a television station in Hopkinsville doing the morning sunrise show. That was something that really didn't appeal to me since I'm more of a night owl. But anyway, I had to get up at 3 o'clock and do that, and then I went to law school after I finished a year of that. And so that's where I am now. So I'm running for Division II, and that is currently the seat held by Judge Jill Clark. And Judge Clark is retiring, and so the seat is open now, and that's one of the reasons that I'm running. When I was going to speak today about district court, my parents, and they're a good gauge of most people, they're like, what is district court? And they hear me saying this all the time, but a lot of people don't have any experience in district court. And if you don't, that's one of the things that it's one of the courts of the first entry into the legal justice system. It does small claims court. They have eviction proceedings. They do domestic violence. District court obviously does criminal. They do the misdemeanors, and then if that case is settled, then it resolves there. But they also do felonies. And they come up through the district court in terms of a preliminary hearing. If there's enough evidence held for a preliminary hearing, they would go to the grand jury, and the grand jury would determine if they would indict on those charges. So district court, they also have guardianship and conservator. If you have someone in a nursing home, perhaps, there's a lot of trials on that, where someone needs a guardian or a conservator to go into district court. So district court has it's a lot of different people coming in there. My experience with district court, I feel like I have a lot of experience in that court. First of all, I have been Crittenden County Assistant County Attorney, and I was that for several years. And then I was Lyon County Assistant County Attorney. I am currently Trigg County Assistant County Attorney. And then I'm also Assistant Commonwealth Attorney, and that covers Livingston, Lyon, Caldwell, and Trigg County. And the Assistant Commonwealth Attorney position handles the felonies. So we handle it in grand jury, and if there's enough to indict, then it sees it through in circuit court. So I feel like my experience that I could go in with district court the first day. I'm sure there'll be some learning curve, but if I'm elected, I feel like I could just go in and do the job. I think the experience that I had would be a small learning curve. I just want to end it by saying that it's a nonpartisan race. It's just the top vote getter. And so you do have to check the box. And I am going to try to make it to all of the counties and try to make it to all of your homes, but I don't think it's possible. But I do ask for your vote. I'm here, and Brian, my husband, he's going to go out and campaign with me if I can get him to. And then I'm also here with my two children. Aaron, he's 14, and he is a middle schooler at Lyon County. And Allison, she is here, she is 9. And she is a Lyon County Elementary. I also have another one who's at a soccer game. So when I'm not doing this, I'm both basically working. We both work. Ryan has an excavating business in Eddyville, and I work in private practice as well there as the assistant job. So we're not working. We're at home doing things with our kids. And that pretty much sums up my life. So get to know me better. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I would just respectfully ask for your vote and consideration and support, and I will be on the November ballot. Thank you.